Hello and welcome to kind of a brand new session of Facebook Live videos. It is kind of the fall season or the start of that and such, and so we have a brand new catalog, and that is I call it the holiday catalog, but Stampin' Up! Refers to it as the August through December catalog. So if you haven't received this in the mail yet and want your own copy, please let me know. Today on this Facebook page, I did put a link. There's a cute little YouTube video kind of just describing the little bits and pieces, kind of just teasers out of this catalog on the YouTube video. And then I also with that posted a link to this catalog. So if you want to view it online too, you can. It's up to like 84 pages. So that's quite a big mini catalog for Stampin' Up! To put out. So with that today, I want to start a round of some virtual stamp parties. And the first one up is for Linda Gertis, and Linda probably won't even be joining in today. It's just been, I even checked in with her to see, it's just been a really tough time with her. There's been a couple deaths in her family, her mother for one, and another person that's you know, so it's just, it's not the best time, but the best part about the virtual party is that she will have to do kind of nothing until we get to the part of closing. I try and do all the work for her and plan the card samples, and then those who want to order can do that. And so for hostesses, this will be a true test of how easy being a virtual hostess is and such too. So with that, we decided when I checked in with her to go ahead with her party, and when life settles down and she's ready to shop for products that she wants and pick out her rewards, and she'll be ready to do that. So those of you that know that Linda was having her virtual party come up and we're planning on shopping or wondering how that was going to work and such, this is still going on. So today I am bringing you kind of a simple more simple card. Simpler isn't a word. More simple card, and fall is my favorite time of year, and it might sound a little stuffy just because there's like lots of sweet corn that we're dealing with, and we're gonna put up about 12 to 15 dozen ears of corn to freeze for the winter. And so just working out in the garden and the hay and everything that we're putting up, everything kind of has all these little dusts, and I cleaned out my garage, and so I might sound just a little like off today, but other than that, I hope I'm feeling fine. So anyway, don't want to alarm you about that if in case you're in contact with me or something too. So so that's why I'm also looking forward to fall and my favorite time of year, just because things settle down, the weather cools down, and actually we're experiencing a great beautiful week here in southern Minnesota. So on to Linda's card. So what I want to show you, I can now open up the catalog in the inside. Last week I gave you a sneak peek, and thanks for joining in, Amy and Lisa and Sherry and Shelly and Laura. So yeah, so last week I could only show you the cover of this fun new catalog, and now I can open it up. So if you like to follow along, I will be on pages 44 through 46 of the holiday catalog. And I'm going to be using the Gilded Autumn Suite featuring the beautiful autumn stamp set. So it looks like that, and great grouping of fall items. And so this is the card that I'm going to be putting together. So pretty simple. So if you're new, I never know when I start in with a new hostess if she is also bringing in new stampers maybe that aren't as experienced at crafting. So I thought, you know what, today I'm going to go pretty easy as far as putting the card together. So there it is again, and I'll show you once I get my camera flipped around too. So let me just go to my iPad here to make sure that if you guys are following along and want to look and see kind of what I'm doing, and if you have comments, you know, feel free to comment, because here I am, I can see me. So sorry, it's taking me a little bit to get going today. It's a really busy day with the debut of this catalog. It's the first day of this catalog going live too. So my morning was exciting and busy and such, and so I kind of just feel like, okay, am I ready for the day? It's a big day here. So okay. Oh, hi Tristan. Thanks for checking in. Okay, so I'm gonna put this on my little tripod thing there, and then I'm going to get my camera turned around so that you can see my workspace here. Alrighty. So what I've got here then is my card. So I'm going to show you the card as is. My heart is grateful for you. And so I'm having like these designer series paper kind of do the work on this card. So actually I'm going to maybe even just kind of, oh, let's see, set my tripod so it gives you a little bit wider view. But I always try and kind of put my products closer to the camera too. So with that, these designer series paper, when I pull it out here, it's the Gilded Autumn Specialty Designer Series paper. And anytime I say specialty, it means that there is something special. So you'll see lots of the shimmery shine from the copper and gold embossed images on there. So those are so pretty. And then if you flip it over, it just still continues to go, yay for fall. So even like a plain piece of paper like this still has fun speckles in there too. So I just ordered more of this already, even though I'm just starting to use it because I know that I'm going to be using lots of it. So it's one of those two that it's hard to know what side of the paper I will want to use when I'm designing my projects and such. So I have Linda's host code here on my workspace, but as you guys know, if you've watched videos before too, I will also post the live screenshot of this card as well as all of the products that I used to make the card today too. So I'm going to start just with my trimmer and kind of back things up. A lot of times I pre-cut, but I thought, well, if you're joining in for the first time, I just kind of want to go start to finish because it is a simpler card. I thought that would be pretty easy to do today. Hi, Wendy. Thanks for joining in. So I'm taking some soft suede, actually the last piece from that packet, and at 4 1/4, I'm just going to score it straight down, make sure that my cutting blade is out of the way, score that straight down for a nice score, and then at 5 1/2, I'm going to cut that. And most of you will probably cut the opposite way. That's why the Stampin' Up! Logo is upside down for me. I cut my paper left-handed. I do a lot of things left-handed, and this is one of the things that I do left-handed. So I'm only going to need one of these sheets. So I'm going to put the other aside. And then mint macaron. Actually, Sherry, if you're still watching, this is the color I think that I used for your wedding, and your anniversary was just celebrated too. So that's pretty fun, just yesterday. So normally I would do, when I'm cutting this down, normally I would do, this is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And so my usual cut is just 1/4 inch less at 4 by 5 1/4, but I'm going to do even one more 1/4 inch less than that. So I'm going to do 3.75 by, let's see, instead of 5 1/4, I'm going to do 5 inches. So 3.75 by 5. And then I'm going to take some of this pretty gilded paper here. So this one, the houndstooth, I've always kind of been fond of the houndstooth when it comes to clothing and such, but I thought, okay, this was easier to pick this side to work with just because it was so pretty with the embossed look on it. Hi Kelly, thanks for joining in. So on this one, I'm going to go 4.75, which I've actually cut, and then just 1/4 inch less, so that's going to come to 3 1/2 inches on there. And let's see. So I've got this and this and this. And so if you guys want to chime in for a little bit what your favorite bundle is going to be out of this holiday catalog, because I just realized I forgot my Very Vanilla little piece. I have to run back to my office. So you guys can comment on what your favorite bundle is on this catalog while I run and get that. I'll be right back. Okay, I must have been really fast or something because nobody commented, but I'm glad I was that fast. Okay, so I just have a little piece of Very Vanilla. So Stampin' Up! Has brought back the Stampin' Pierce mats, and I'm really excited about that because for photopolymer stamp sets like this one is, so the Beautiful Autumn has lots of little leaves and pine cones and different fall sprigs, and I love the sentiments, I love the font, and it is photopolymer, so it makes things easy for lining up. And with that being photopolymer, I love to use the Stampin' Pierce mat to get a nice crisp image. So they discontinued it, and then they listened to us because we said, wait a minute, you can't take that away from us. How are we going to stamp out nice, crisp, clean images? So with my soft suede ink pad, I'm just going to stamp my greeting on some Very Vanilla. I had it all laid out. It was just sitting right there on my desk back there. And then I'm just going to let it dry for just a second. And then I'll slide that right into my everyday label punch. I like to stamp first, and then you can see exactly how it's going to be framed. And then it just pops right out as I punch that. So I have that, and that again was the soft suede. I felt like that I started out with early espresso, but I felt like the soft suede was just a lighter tone to kind of match in with all of that was going on with the card. And then other things that are within the suite are these cute little acorn trinkets. And I thought about trying to kind of put the acorn trinkets in. They're kind of heavy. They remind me of when I used to go fishing with my grandpa, and the little weights that we would add on to our lines. And I just couldn't think of a good way to incorporate that with today's cards. So I have hostesses coming up. So hopefully I can use that with one of their cards too. But what I am going to incorporate, there is this ribbon combo pack, and the two colors are mint macaron and like a copper. So usually I'm not always a fan of the thicker ribbon like this, but for this project I love it, and I love that it has kind of a basket weave look to it, and I love the shimmer and shine of this. So I just ordered more of that already again too. So before I go to assembling, I am just going to take and cut, kind of just go like past there and past there, and then I'll get out my ribbon scissors and cut like so. And then I'm just going to take my Stampin' Seal, and this is, if it doesn't start to work, and I'm actually talking about that, and then of course it didn't start working right away, you'll see kind of a little glob, and then I just kind of have to push it forward a little bit. But this Stampin' Seal actually likes a really light touch. So like the least amount that you hang on to it or press, the better. So I know I've had some people just say, you know, does it like a lighter touch, a heavier touch? Most people haven't struggled with it, but a couple people have just said, I think I'm doing something wrong. But yeah, the harder you push, the less it likes that. So, oh, thanks, Wendy. That Snow Wonder is a really pretty bundle. So yes, okay. So now with this basket weave, I like to come up to the camera and kind of show you that sometimes there's like it'll look like a right side and a wrong side to the basket weave, like so. This one's really hard to tell, but the back side kind of has a little bit of a flatter look to it. So I'm just going to press that onto a glue dot, and then press the other side onto my glue dot like so. And then I'm just going to wrap that towards the bottom, but around to the back side. because it's a thicker ribbon, I can almost like crease it, and that gives it a really nice press. So that's what it's gonna look like on the back side. And then with my Stampin' Seal, I love this because it's kind of gooier, like I've said, and so I can run it right over my ribbon and know that that's going to stick really well onto my card base, like so. Okay, so I've got that. And then to decorate, my heart is grateful for you. I'm gonna take a sip here. Okay, what I'm going to do is just take on my dimensionals, just kind of take the little thin edge there. Hi Lois, good afternoon, and hi Carol. So I'm just going to take and cut with my scissor just a little bit of that on the corner, and then I pull that straight up. And then that's going to expose all of that to stickiness there. And so I'll cut there and I'll cut there. And then with my fingers, usually it'll just stick right to them like so. There we go. And like so. And so because I want this to straddle that ribbon, not that that ribbon is that thick, but it just helps the whole card to lay nice and flat if I do it that way. So when I take that edging like so, then I'm going to have a nice double skinny strip there to do exactly that. So then with that punch, it's really nice with kind of the bubbled sides on there. Then I can line that up and just center that right on the ribbon like so. So we have that. And then for little accent pieces, I'm going to pull out my Stampin' Pierce mat again, and then just a little strip here of crumb cake cardstock, and I'm going to take the cute little acorn and stamp out one on one end and one on the other. And so already ahead of time, I've looked to see that I want my acorns to be that direction, not the other way, because then it will slide in directly into my punch. And then I can line that up and then pop that out. And then I can line up the other one and pop that out as well. So those are going to be a couple of my little accent pieces there. And so these are the 3-pack of punches that come with the bundle. So if you buy the beautiful autumn stamp set here and these 3 punches all together, you get a 10% savings. So the punches and stamp set all together are $50.25 because you're getting all 3 of these fun little punches. So perfect. And I love that all of these punches will stamp out like the little maple leaves, and they'll stamp out the acorns, and then they'll stamp out the other leaves as well too. So now to stamp those out, I'm not going to, or punch those out, I'm not going to stamp them. Now I'm going to pull out, within that suite too is the brushed metallic 12 by 12 cardstock here. There we go. It's kind of stuck there. So we kind of have a coppery look here, and then more of a like a light, let's see, I'm trying to think if they have, yeah, bronze, copper, and gold. So I would say this would probably be bronze, and then this would be the copper, and then this would be the gold. And what I love is a lot of these colors are brought into that designer series paper too. So I am just going to take and punch out of here the maple leaf there, and then let me do the same thing with, it's such a big sheet of paper, 12 by 12. So I'm going to do that same thing with the other leaf so that we have a couple different colors of leaves to go with our acorns there. So this was kind of the coppery, there we go. I was hoping that the yeah, that the light and my camera on my phone would pick this up. There we go. So you can see the shimmer and shine. And then this again is just soft suede ink stamped on crumb cake cardstock. And then to assemble that, then I'm just going to take my glue dots again and just take and put a glue dot behind my leaf, my copper leaf, and then fast forward this spool to get to my acorn, and then those two have the glue dots on there. So I'm just going to kind of piece them together and put them up on the one corner of my greeting there. And then I'm going to do that same thing. So I'm just going to put a glue dot behind my metallic leaf and then a glue dot behind my cardstock acorn. And then I'm just going to kind of put that onto the side. I don't want to take away from my sentiment at all. So then that just kind of adds to the top and the bottom. And so very, very simple card today. So like I said, I kind of just wanted to start out easy for Linda's party and also for the catalog and just for fall, because sometimes it's just hard to get back into that routine and it doesn't feel like fall yet, and I'm not pushing or rushing the season either. Hi Julie, thanks for joining in. Okay, let me bring this back around. Okay, sometimes my camera is like really, my tripod's like really stiff, and the next time I want it to move, there we go. Now I got one whole more length on there. When I was getting ready for today, I'm like, I am short. I did not grow and I couldn't get the camera to go up and such. So thank you, Lisa. Thanks, Carol. Yeah, like I said, I love fall. So I feel like it's very easy for me to put together my fall cards and projects because it just comes naturally for me. And when I'm crafting, I have a good crafting friend who always comments that I tend to pull out more of the neutral cardstocks and colors and combinations and that too. So I try not to overdo it. So for tomorrow, I'll do something hopefully completely different. I kind of have some ideas going, but tomorrow it's like tomorrow. So I'm not going to worry about that today. But just to kind of let you know as far as hostesses and what's going on with my business and to help you guys with ordering. Some of you have ordered today and I'm glad that you had good luck doing that with the new online store. So Stampin' Up! Totally redid their website. So if you go on there and go, this kind of looks like Stampin' Up!, but it kind of looks like a more modern look to their website. We are so thrilled to finally have a more modern looking website too. So I placed some orders pretending I was a customer, and so that worked out well for me. So I was hoping that that would work out well for some of you guys too. And so with that, you can still order through Nancy Weplow's party until August 7th. That's the day that she is going to close out on her party. I've already done her cards, so you can look back and see the 3 cards that you would get if you order through her party. And then today I have Linda's host code posted here, and so today, tomorrow, and the next day I will do hers, and then after that I have another virtual hostess, and that is Lisa Konecki. And so I'm really excited that Lisa has said, yeah, I'd love to do that virtual party thing too. So so I will have a few days that you'll be seeing a lot more of my live videos, and I always like to show some variety within each party too, so hopefully you can see that, and you might even see something Christmas. I don't like to do too much Christmassy in August, but yet there's so many fun and great things for Christmas within this catalog that I would kind of almost love to start that too. But like I said, it's something that it's just August and I don't want to wish the summer away at all. So now that I'm signing off, I just want to remind you that I will upload the picture of the card that I just made, and then I will have the list of all the ingredients that I made to put the card together in case you want that as a reference too. So hope you guys are all having a great day, and if you have any questions about the new catalog, be sure to let me know because it is a really good one. And if there's anything I can help you out with, or if you're interested in having a virtual party too, just let me know. Take care.